Okay, this is the pine hive. This is the hive that is ahead of everyone else. And this is the hive that I'm going to try and split next week. Let's see how they're doing in here. Not much going into this one yet. I mean, there's a little bit of weight to this, but there's nothing capped up here. Okay, we got a queen cup forming. Huh. There's our queen right there. Right in the middle. There are a lot of queen cups being made. Huh. Okay. I sense something's going on in this hive because I don't see a lot of eggs in here. And there's a lot of cells being made. Like they're getting ready to do something here. So, this may be... Okay, that's full of larvae. We may be ready for a split. Yeah, it looks like she's not really laying. They were building like gangbusters, and then it just seems like now there's a ton of brood that's emerged. There's not a lot of new brood. No swarm cells. There are what looks like swarm cups possibly, but no actual capped cells or eggs in cells. Something's up with this hive. I think I'm going to move the queen out of this box and give her a little artificial swarm and let these bees make up a new queen with all the resources they have. This looks to me like swarm prep. They are all empty, but I mean that looks like they are just getting ready. I'm going to leave this frame in the hive, and they can make a queen cell on this frame. I'm just going to take her away. Where'd she go? There she is. I'm going to take her away with a frame of resources, and this will be their queen cell frame. I will be doing this tomorrow. So the plan today is to get in here, take the queen out of here with a couple frames of brood, and put her over into a resource nuke right over there. I will leave a frame of eggs behind, and this hive will think that they swarmed, and then they will make a queen from those eggs. Oh, there she is right there. Okay, there is our queen. I'm gonna put her right into a clip. Okay. Queen is here. Alright, this frame is covered in eggs, so I'm going to leave this one behind. Could be a queen cell frame. This is the frame that had the cups on it yesterday, which looked to me like they could be swarm cups. And this frame is covered in eggs. Yesterday there were no eggs in these cups. And yeah, still. Okay, there are no eggs in those cups, but you can see those cups there. And this frame is also filled with eggs. So another suitable frame for making a queen. What I'm looking for is a frame of open brood and emerging brood, so that there's resources for the queen. We have a lot of emerging brood here, and there's a lot of resources on here. There's a lot of nectar. There's some pollen in here, some bee bread, some nurse bees. So I'm going to take this frame and put it in the nuke. The other thing I'm going to do is shake in a bunch of nurse bees from this colony. So I need another frame of brood with a lot of nurse bees on it. I can shake in there. Okay, this is a nice big frame of brood here. So I'm going to shake some of these bees into the hive there. Maybe one more frame too. There's developing brood on here. There's larvae. So I think I'm going to put this in there. There's a lot of open brood on that frame. So that's going in. I might shake just a few more bees in. This is a frame of eggs. So this is a suitable frame for them to make a queen. I'm going to put that right in the middle. And then I'm going to give them 2 more empty frames. So that's an empty frame there for them to use. Okay, and now queen is going to the new hive. All right, so we have 2 frames of brood in there. A lot of bees I just shook in, nurse bees. They're getting 2 empty frames for the queen to start immediately laying into. Just little resources on here, but she can immediately start laying in there. There's going to be emerging brood, and hopefully because there's open brood in here, these nurse bees are going to stick around and not fly away, because that's always the danger when you make a nuke like this, is some of the bees fly back to the main hive. There she is. Whoop. She just hopped back on there. There you go. Go down. Those are your bees in there. There she goes, right there. All right, so no upper entrance. This is the pine hive queen. She's locked in there, and we do have a little opening in the bottom, but some bees are going to fly away, but a lot of bees are going to stay because that is their queen. So now this is the pine hive, and they are queenless, but there are 2 frames of eggs in there that are suitable for making queen cells. They're going to know they're queenless in a matter of hours, and they're going to start making queen cells out of the proper larva. After those eggs hatch, like a 2-3 day old larva, they're going to start feeding that larva, and they're going to make queen cells in here to make a new queen. So in about a month, we should have a laying queen in here. Now if they make queen cells on more than 1 frame, which they could do, maybe make queen cells on both of those frames, I could leave one in here and take one and make another split into one of the resource nukes, and then have another pine hive attempt over there. So we're going to see what happens. In a week, I'll be back in here to check on queen cells and see where they made the cells and how many they have. Okay, 1 week ago, I made up this split here. This is the pine queen from the pine hive. That hive was doing so well, I decided to take her out of her hive and put her into a little resource nuke here. And hopefully she will build this up into a little colony. And then I also left a whole bunch of eggs in her original colony, and I'm going to go check over there in a second to see if they are making a queen. It's been 10 days since I did this little split, so let's just make sure that our pine queen is still in here and that she is laying. I shook in a bunch of nurse bees. There was a lot of brood in here, so I hope they're doing all right. One thing I was worried about was that there were a lot of nurse bees and not a lot of foragers. So there might not be a lot of resources in here. I may have to give them some help. But I don't see a queen on here. Emerging brood. There are eggs in here. So she's laying a little bit. I think I may give them a pollen patty. 'Cause I don't think there's a lot of foragers in here. Okay, this is a heavy frame. So there's resources on this frame. Queen. There she is. Okay, she's right here. She's right there. All right, I'm gonna give them a pollen patty. And maybe that will, I think they need resources. So there's definitely honey and nectar in here, but yeah, I'm gonna give them a pollen patty. Okay, this is the pine hive, and they had their queen taken out of here 10 days ago. So I'm looking in here to see what we have for queen cells. If we have more than one frame of queen cells, I'm going to do another split of this hive. Little queen cell there. There's one down there. And, yep, this frame has 3 queen cells. Queen cell. And this is a huge frame of brood. Whoa, lots of queen cells. All right, so I'm gonna do another split. Okay, this frame is going right in. And this is hopefully going to become a nuke. It's a big frame of brood. And we have a nice queen cell right at the bottom there. So, and then there's a few on this side. So I'm going to put that right into the nuke. Okay, this is the frame with the good queen cells. So there's 3 queen cells on this frame. I'm going to leave this with them. Let the queen emerge from one of these. And I'm going to put in an empty frame. We'll let them draw this out. Queen cell frame. That's a frame of nectar. I'm going to put this in. I'm going to put this in the nuke I just made because there's a lot of resources on here. Alright, so population in this hive is going to go down, but there should be a queen emerging in the next few days, and then hopefully she will mate and we'll have a laying queen in here in a couple of weeks. Alright, so this is the grink hive, the green-pink hive, and over here we have actual pine queen that I just shook some more bees into, and I'm going to give them a pollen patty for resources. Watch out, bees. There you go. Enjoy. And then over here we have a queen cell from the pine hive with some shaken bees in it. And I'll give them a pollen patty too. Watch out, bees. And they're probably gonna lose population as bees fly away, but I'll shake some more in there if I have to next week when that queen emerges. But that is the green-pink hive, or grink. Okay, this is a summary of the splits I made this year. I took the Adrian queen out of this hive, put her on the blue side of that nuke right there. I took a queen cell out of the Adrian hive and put it on the purple side right here. That failed to make a queen, so then I took a frame of eggs from the pine hive, put that in here, and as of today, they are queen right. So there is a laying queen from the pine hive in there. I did take the pine queen from that hive and put her on the pink side. So the pine queen from the pine hive is here, and they are currently making a queen. There's a frame with queen cells on it in the pine hive. So I'm hoping a queen emerges in the next 5 days. And then she has to get mated, and then that should be a new queen in there. Today, I took the oak queen from the oak hive and put her in here. So this hive is an oak queen, the oak queen. And then there is a walkaway basically over there. So they have to make a queen from eggs, from the eggs that this queen laid. But this is the queen. Today, I found queen cells on 2 frames in there. There was a queen cell from when I took the pine queen out of that hive and put her over there. There were 2 frames that they made queen cells on. So I left 1 frame with queen cells over there, and I took the other frame with queen cells and made another split here. So we have pine queen in the purple side, the original pine queen in the pink side, a pine queen cell in the green side, and a queen cell over there. So there could be 4 pine queens very soon. Oak queen, hopefully a new oak queen, and there's a queen right Adrian hive. So this is Adrian's daughter's daughter, and the original Adrian. I really wanted to make 1 more Adrian queen, so we do have 2 good young Balboa queens. Right now we have just 1. So there's 1 more, the orange side here, there's 1 more nuke that I think I'm going to save for Adrian and try and make 1 more split, the orange side.